Rush Limbaugh took a Republican caller who's roughly 84 IQ points higher than him on his show, and it didn't go well.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Rush. I just wanted to comment on your comments that you just made about Trump and his illegal and his deportation shift. And I just distinctly heard you say it's not considered a flip-flop. And I just want to tell you, you're doing a disservice to all of us Republican primary voters who didn't vote for Trump, that are struggling with whether or not to vote for Trump, when you diminish the impact of his single policy that he ridiculed all other candidates for over a year. I mean, John Kasich classically said on the debate stage, he laughingly said, come on, folks, this isn't serious. He's not going to deport everyone. And Trump went ahead and ridiculed everybody who wasn't for deportation. And for all of us who were saying that it was a con job, that it was a snow job, that he doesn't know what he's talking about, that he's unqualified to be president, for you to sit here and say that now that he adopts all the positions of everybody he ridiculed as not even being a flip-flop and it's no big deal, this is why so many Republican voters have such a hard time going to the con man.
Well, in the first place, I don't think Trump has actually changed that much from what he said. And I'm also not aware that he told every Republican they had to agree with him or else whatever he was going to do to them, he did. I'm just, the point of, what is it that you're...
With all due respect, Rush, on Chuck Todd's show, he specifically said when asked the question, you mean you're going to rip the families apart? He said, no, I'm not going to rip the families apart. They all have to go, even the U.S. citizen children. He then got in the middle of the debate and the argument between Marco and Ted, when Ted wanted legalization and Marco wanted citizenship as part of a comprehensive plan, that he said they're both wrong and they're both being absurd. They all have to go, or we don't have a nation of laws. Come on. You were watching the debates as well as the rest of us were. You know exactly what he said, and you know exactly the way he ridiculed everybody on that stage.
Yeah. Well, I guess the difference is, or not the difference, I guess the thing is, this is going to enrage you. You know, I can choose a path here to try to mollify you, but I never took him seriously on this.
But 30 million, or 15 or 10 million, 10 million people did.
Yeah, and they still don't care. That's my point. They still don't care. They're going to stick with him no matter what.
Wow, that is quite an admission. Let me just say up front, I feel kind of bad for Rush at this point. I really do. Like, the guy, he has no clue what he's doing. He's been on the radio for decades, spewing Republican talking points. Not even conservative talking points. Republican talking points. So Rush Limbaugh is not married to an ideology or a philosophy. He is Team Republican Party till the end. So when the Republican Party contradicts themselves, he goes out there, he's like, I want to contradict myself too. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to defend you. As long as the Republicans say it, it's got to be right. Even if they said the opposite last week, well, now they're saying this week, and contradictions don't exist, and I'm just going to say whatever and ride this bitch into the rocks with them. Like, he's a child. He's not a deep thinker. Like, the idea that, for example, if I came out here and, flip-flopped on a position because Hillary Clinton flip-flopped on a position and she's our nominee, I fucking wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Because then what fucking moral core and ethical center and philosophy am I standing up for? What principles, what policy specifics am I standing up for? It's not about that. It would be about I'm doing propaganda for the Democratic Party. I'm not interested in that shit. That's some hacky partisan garbage. Well, fucking dipshit Limbaugh is doing propaganda, and he's doing it for the even dumber party and the worst party. Like, and when you get somebody who actually kind of cares about the substance, albeit I probably don't agree with that guy on anything anyway, but he actually cares about the substance and what the actual positions are of the Republican Party, you present a normal person who thinks to Rush Limbaugh, he crumbles. He just fucking crumbles. He's got nothing to say. What's he going to say? So, you can tell he's just getting shredded by that guy. That guy's dropping the fucking people's elbow on him and giving him a stone-cold stunner. And he's like, well, what I have to say is, I honestly didn't believe him anyway the entire time. So think about the admission he's making there. He's saying that it's not going to matter. Trump fans are idiots. It's not based on policy. Trump can say anything he wants, and these people are still going to support him, and I'm still going to support him, and that's fine. Well, no, Rush, see, you're admitting right there that it's all about emotion then. It's so hilarious that Limbaugh always rips Democrats. It's like, oh, bleeding heart liberals, they never use their brain. It's all about emotions and feelings. That's the problem. What the fuck is this? You're saying I never believed him all along anyway. When what he says on policy, I don't fucking believe it. Okay, so then what the fuck are you voting for him based on then? What are you voting for him based on? If you know that what he's saying is bullshit and it's not about policy, then how do you know what he really believes? How do you know he believes what you supposedly believe on policy? You don't. You don't. You don't. So again, it's all about emotions. I don't know. I like the way he talks, and he's on the red team, the Republican team, so I'm with him no matter what. Well, you're admitting that you're just a sloppy thinker who doesn't give a shit about actual issues facing the country. And again, you were destroyed by this caller. And for those of you who don't know exactly what they're talking about, Donald Trump's been going around saying, I'm going to deport 11 million undocumented immigrants. I'm going to deport them. I'm going to deport them. I'm going to deport them. We're a nation of laws. You got to deport them. You got to deport them. And then in an interview with, or a town hall, I should say, with Hannity, he was attempting to soften that. He's like, well, what are we going to do? Well, first of all, I'm going to deport all the criminals. I'm obviously going to deport all the criminals. That's a good thing. That's tremendous. That's great. We got to deport the criminals. But what if somebody's been here for, say, 20 years and they've been working hard the entire time? Should we really deport that person? And he tried to do one of those things with the audience where he's like, raise your hand if you think this. Raise your hand if you think that. And he was trying to soften it like, well, maybe we do a little something to work with them. And then, boom, you know, everybody's like, hey, dipshit, this is exactly what you yelled at Marco Rubio for saying, Jeb Bush for saying, calling them weak on immigration, saying they don't believe in the laws of this country, saying it's not even a question, we have to deport, but now all of a sudden you're trying, because you're getting hammered in the polls now, you're trying for a split second a general election pivot, and then guess what? As soon as people called him out on that, and we're like, but that's the same thing that the Republicans said that you attacked him for. What did he do? He comes out the next day. When somebody asks him, it looks like you're softening on immigration. He goes, no, you know, softening. Some people, if anything, would call it a hardening. Well done, Trump. So he goes, all right, let's do the same policy all the other Republicans. Maybe what we do is we do... Nah, I guess we got to deport all of them. And so this is a Republican who actually knows all along, hey, this guy's a fucking clown who doesn't have any specifics. And Rush is like, well, what you got to do is understand I didn't believe him from the beginning, but I'm still going to vote for him because I'm a really serious thinker. Damn, this caller just handed me my ass on a platter. I'm Rush Limbaugh.